Why, Father mine? Do not the other lives make use of speech logos? Nay, son. But use of voice. Speech is far different from voice. For speech is general among all men, while voice doth differ in each class of living thing. But with men also, Father mine, according to each race, speech differs. Yea, son, but man is one. So also speech is one and is interpreted, and it is found the same in Egypt, and in Persia, and in Greece. Thou seemest, son, to be in ignorance of reason's logos worth and greatness. For that the blessed God, good Daimon, hath declared. Soul is in body, mind in soul. But reason logos is in mind, and mind in God. And God is Father of all these. The reason, then, is the mind's image, and mind God's image. While body is the image of the form, and form the image of the soul. The subtlest part of matter is, then, air. Of air, soul. Of soul, mind. And of mind, God. And God surroundeth all and permeateth all. While mind surroundeth soul, soul air, air matter. Necessity and providence and nature are instruments of cosmos and of matter's ordering. While of intelligible things each is essence, and sameness is their essence. But of the bodies of the cosmos each is many. For through possessing sameness, these composed bodies, though they do change from one into another of themselves, do nathless ever keep the incorruption of their sameness. Whereas in all the rest of composed bodies, of each there is a certain number. For without number structure cannot be, or composition, or decomposition. Now it is units that give birth to number and increase it, and, being decomposed, are taken back again into themselves. Matter is one. In this whole cosmos the mighty God and image of the mighty are one, both within unified, and the conserver of the will and order of the Father is filled full of life. Naught is there in it throughout the whole of the Father's everlasting re-establishment, nor of the whole, nor of its parts, which doth not live. For not a single thing that's dead, hath been, or is, or shall be in this cosmos. For that the Father willed it should have life as long as it should be. Wherefore it needs must be a God. How, then, O Son, could there be in the God, the image of the Father, in the plenitude of life dead things? For that death is corruption, and corruption is destruction. How then could any part of that which knoweth no corruption be corrupted, or any whit of him the God destroyed? Do they not, then, my Father, die that lives in it, that are its parts? Hush, son. Led into error by the term in use for what takes place. They do not die, my son, but are dissolved as compound bodies. Now dissolution is not death, but dissolution of a compound. It is dissolved not so that it may be destroyed, but that it may become renewed. For what is the activity of life? Is it not motion? What then in cosmos is there that hath no motion? Naught is there, son. Doth not earth even, farther, seem to thee to have no motion? Nay, son. But rather that she is the only thing which, though in very rapid motion, is also stable. For how would it not be a thing to laugh at, that the nurse of all should have no motion, when she engenders and brings forth all things? For 'tis impossible that without motion one who doth engender, should do so. That thou shouldst ask if the fourth part is not inert, is most ridiculous. For that the body which doth have no motion, gives sign of nothing but inertia. Know, therefore, generally, my son, that all that is in cosmos is being moved for decrease or for increase. Now that which is kept moving, also lives. But there is no necessity that that which lives, should be all same. For being simultaneous, the cosmos, as a whole, is not subject to change, my son, but all its parts are subject unto it. Yet naught of it is subject to corruption, or destroyed. It is the terms employed that confuse men. For 'tis not genesis that constituteth life, but 'tis sensation. It is not change that constituteth death, but 'tis forgetfulness. Since, then, these things are so, they are immortal all, matter, and life, and spirit, mind and soul, of which whatever liveth, is composed. Whatever then doth live, oweth its immortality unto the mind, and most of all doth man, he who is both recipient of God, and coessential with him. For with this life alone doth God consort. By visions in the night, By tokens in the day, and by all things doth he foretell the future unto him, by birds, by inward parts, by wind, by tree. Wherefore doth man lay claim to know things past, things present and to come. Observe this, too, my son, that each one of the other lives inhabiteth one portion of the cosmos, aquatic creatures water, terrene earth, and airy creatures air. While man doth use all these, earth, water, air, and fire. He seeth heaven, too, and doth contact it with his sense. But God surroundeth all, and permeateth all, for he is energy and power. And it is nothing difficult, my son, to conceive God. But if thou wouldst him also contemplate, behold the ordering of the cosmos, and see the orderly behavior of its ordering. Behold thou the necessity of things made manifest, and see the providence of things become and things becoming. Behold how matter is all full of life. Behold this, O great God in movement, with all the good and noble ones, gods, daemons and men. But these are purely energies, O Father mine. If, then, they're purely energies, my son, by whom, then, are they energized except by God? Or art thou ignorant, that just as heaven, earth, water, air, are parts of cosmos, in just the self-same way God's parts are life and immortality, and energy, and spirit, and necessity, and providence, and nature, soul, and mind, and the duration of all these that is called good? And there is naught of things that have become, or are becoming, in which God is not. Is he in matter? Farther, then? Matter, my son, is separate from God, in order that thou mayest attribute unto it the quality of space. But what thing else than mass thinkst thou it is, if it's not energized? Whereas if it be energized, by whom is it made so? For energies, we said, are parts of God. By whom are, then, all lives enlivened? By whom are things immortal made immortal? By whom changed things made changeable? And whether thou dost speak of matter, or of body, or of essence, know that these two are energies of God. And that materiality is matter's energy, that corporality is body's energy, and that essentiality doth constitute the energy of essence. And this is God the All. And in the All is naught that is not God. Wherefore nor size, nor space, nor quality, nor form, nor time, surroundeth God. For he is all, and all surroundeth all, and permeateth all. Unto this reason, Logos, Son, thy adoration and thy worship pay. There is one way alone to worship God. It is not to be bad,